Welcome to Vedic Mathematics Basis Base Values classes. Today we are entering phase 6. In this phase 6, the focus is going to be upon Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology, and its aspect going to be focused is formats, values, compendium. Previously, we have been focusing upon Vedic mathematics as pure values of Ved, and these pure values were available to us in the form of words formulations, and in respect of these words formulations we have been updating, we have been preparing our TCV dictionary. From this phase we are now shifting from Vedic mathematics to Vedic mathematics, science and technology. It would be giving a shift from pure values of Ved to applied values as Upaved. And in this chase, we will be exposed to formats, and then we will be reaching at formats, values, compendium. We have been up till these 5 phases focusing upon Vedic mathematics as pure values of Ved in the form of formulations, and in respect of these word formulations we have been updating our TCV dictionary. Here now from phase 6 we are shifting a focus from Vedic mathematics to Vedic mathematics, science and technology. Then the focus is going to shift from Ved to Upaved, and then further from formulations to formats, and a step ahead from TCV dictionary to formats, values, compendium. In this phase, our focus is going to be upon formats, values, compendium to have insight about Vedic mathematics, science and technology. Vedic mathematics is the mathematics of pure values of Vedic knowledge. Vedic mathematics, science and technology is going to be the applied values of Vedic knowledge. Pure values of Vedic knowledge are leading us to Vedic mathematics. Applied values of Vedic knowledge are leading us to Vedic mathematics, science and technology. Here in Vedic mathematics, the focus is going to be upon the words formulations like Ved itself. And here in Vedic mathematics, science and technology, the focus is going to be upon the formats like upon Sthapatya, miring rod. Then for these formulations, we have been attempting TCV dictionary. We have been updating our TCV dictionary. Now here in the context of formats, we shall be focusing upon a compendium of the values of the formats. So formats are the focus. Here formulations have been the focus. This focus as such means that we shall open our new notebook, we shall open our formats, values, compendium. In our formats, values, compendium, our first page shall give that we are having a comparative table of TCV dictionary and formats, values, compendium. In TCV dictionary, the focus is upon the word formulations. Here in formats, values, compendium, the focus is going to be upon the formats. Formulations are the word formulations of Ved. Formats are the formats of Upaveds. Here the focus is upon pure values, and here focus is going to be upon the applied values. Here we are reaching at Vedic mathematics as an independent discipline, as a self-contained discipline, as a source discipline of knowledge. And here we will be reaching at VMSNT as an independent discipline, a discipline of the applied values. So VMST is a discipline. Like Vedic mathematics, VMST, SMT is a discipline. One may have a pause here and take note that the here Vedic mathematics, Vedic sciences and Vedic technologies are independently many disciplines, and VMST discipline is which unifies the values along a single format. When the values of mathematics, sciences and technologies are unified, then these lead to a format. It is this format where we are reaching at. It is this format which will again lead to many formats. So it is a format of formats. It is like a set of sets. Now here is going to be a format of formats. Vedic mathematics, Vedic sciences and Vedic technologies together when get unified as a single format, then it makes a discipline of VMST. So let us make a first entry in our formats values compendium as that VMST is a discipline. It is a complete discipline in itself, and the formal definition of this discipline is that it is a unified format of mathematics, sciences and technologies. All values of mathematics, sciences and technologies. All values of mathematics, sciences and technologies. So all disciplines of technologies, all range of technologies, all range of sciences, all range of mathematics, different domains of mathematics. So mathematics disciplines, sciences disciplines and technologies disciplines together when get unified as a single set of values upon the same unified format. So when there is a one format for the whole range of values of mathematics, sciences and technologies, then it makes a single integrated discipline, a self-contained discipline, a discipline complete in itself, and the designation and the name of this discipline is Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology. Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology is a discipline. It is a self-contained discipline. It is an integrated discipline. And in this discipline, there is a unified format. It is a unified format of whole range of values of all disciplines of mathematics, all disciplines of sciences, and all disciplines of technologies. Now, the Vedic designation as Vedic, then mathematics, science and technologies. So Vedic mathematics, Vedic sciences and Vedic technologies means all those values of mathematics, of Ganita Sutras and of whole range of interconnected aspects thereof as pure values and as applied values of whole range of knowledge of Vedas as a unified Ved. Then this everything when again gets unified as a format for leading us to the applied values parallel to the pure values. So here in this discipline, Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology, we will be having a unified format along which format the whole range of values of Vedic knowledge, may it be pure, may it be applied, may it be mathematics, may it be sciences, may it be technologies, and when this whole range of values get unified along an available single integrated format, that it becomes the format of Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology. Here in this phase 6, our focus is upon Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology, and amongst it also our central focus is upon the formats values compendium. We are making a compendium of the values of all the formats, whole range of formats which are being availed or which are being available in the discipline of Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology. In this we can have a pause here and make a note in our compendium as that previously our focus has been upon a dictionary. It was a TCV dictionary. Now our focus is upon compendium. It is formats values compendium. So formats values compendium is a distinct approach, distinct guideline, distinct visit, distinct chase steps, distinct way of approaching, distinct processing steps. So in Vedic mathematics, we were having words formulations. In words formulations, we were having the transcendental code values, and those transcendental code values were being the basic source mathematical tools. In terms of those basic mathematical tools, we have to approach, we have to visit, we have to transcend through the mathematical domain. So the TCV dictionary, which we have been preparing for ourselves, which each of the sadhaka, each of the student of Vedic mathematics has been preparing and is regularly up to dating TCV dictionary, will be a source scripture, it will be a source in terms of which we will be having a particular steps of entering the mathematics, Vedic mathematics. Here in this compendium, it will be our source scripture of the Vedic mathematics, science and technology, which will give us an insight and enlightenment about the formats and the values of the formats. So formats and the values of the formats. So the values which we have been preparing in our TCV dictionary will get associated, will get converted into, will get manifested upon the formats. So values to formats means reaching from mathematics to Vedic mathematics to Vedic mathematics, science and technology. And going from formats back to the values will be reaching from Vedic mathematics, science and technology to the Vedic mathematics. So one shall sit comfortably, one shall comprehend and imbibe these all features and values, and then make one complete comprehensive note as a blissful exercise. So at the initiation stage itself, at this initial stage itself, one shall make first blissful exercise to define the discipline of Vedic mathematics, science and technology. Then one shall give a note as to what precisely the formats values compendium is, how it is distinct from the TCV dictionary, and also as that how this TCV dictionary and formats values compendium are interconnected. In fact, ultimately these are going to be complementary and supplementary of each other. So with this we can go a step further, that the basic format, the source format, is going to be a Sthapatya mining rod. We can have a pause and take note that in Vedic mathematics, the source has been, the basic source has been Devanagari alphabet format. Devanagari alphabet format supplies us the letters along with the values and the formats. Those letters with their values will help us reach at the values of the words formulations. So from values we have been reaching at the words formulations, or from word formulations we will be reaching at their values, and those who are making part of, those who are constituting, those who are fulfilling, those who are making our TCV dictionary. Here in Vedic mathematics, science and technology, our focus is going to be upon the formats, and the whole range of formats are ultimately going to be get unified. This unification, initiation, is going to be a Sthapatya mining rod. Therefore, this lesson, present lesson of present phase, may be designated as lesson 31. Today, along with the formats values compendium, one shall open a new notebook in which it shall be mentioned that we are being exposed to the discipline of Vedic mathematics, science and technology. Our exposure now is going to be upon Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology, and the first lesson of this discipline is lesson 31, and it is designated as Sthapatya Miring Rod. We can sit comfortably and recapitulate that in our previous phases as well, we have been exposed to the concept of Sthapatya Miring Rod as a synthetic setup of hypercubes 1 to 6 as the representative regular bodies of 1 space to 6 space. Therefore, here the focus has been as to how the space as a space content within different dimensional frames makes different features, makes different formats, gives different formulations. Therefore, the basic format along which all these aspects are going to be get unified is going to be the format of a Sthapatya Miring Rod. Amongst this format, the fourth hypercube 4, the representative body of a 4 space is of a central focus, as 4 space is a creator's space. In this creator's space, along the format of idol of Lord Brahma, the presiding deity, the four-head Lord of 4 space, manifests the whole range of manifestation of our solar universe. So the manifested creations of our solar universe are availing the format of creator's space. Therefore, this creator's space, from this format, we will be reaching at the format of a creator's space, which ultimately would mean that we are reaching the format of a hypercube 4. Therefore, in this compendium, our initiation with format of Sthapatya Miring Rod will take us to the format of hypercube 4 as a representative regular body of a 4 space, which is parallel to the features of the idol of Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma is a 4-head Lord. It is a 4 space. Each head is having a pair of eyes, so it is of spatial dimension. The Lord Brahma sits on a lotus seat of 8 peoples, and its solid boundary is of 8 components. Within the cavity of heart of Lord Brahma is the seat of a transcendental Lord, and the origin of hypercube 4 is a transcendental domain. Then a step ahead, reaching from Sthapatya Miring Rod to the format of hypercube 4 with 5 space in the role of origin, and Lord Brahma, when meditates gracefully upon the seat of a transcendental Lord within the cavity of his old heart, the Lord Brahma multiplies as 10 Brahma. It is this feature of transcendence at the origin which is taking us to the Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology discipline, a reach within the domain of the discipline of Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology is a reach of transcendence at the origin of the creator's space, and a reach within a transcendental domain, and at the periphery as a hypercube 5 as 5 space domain with 4 space in the role of boundary will be giving us a raised to power 5 is to 10 b raised to power 4. Therefore, we are now entering the creative boundary. Previously, we have been upon the solid boundary of 8 components, and now we are with this transcendence entering the creative boundary of 10 components. It is this reach from Sthapatya Miring Rod to creator's space to transcendence at the origin and ultimate reach at the creative boundary of a transcendental domain. Now, it is this reach at the creative boundary of the transcendental domain which is ultimately going to supply us the required format, the necessary format along which the formats of the values of the chase steps of the Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology we would be available and is going to be availed. Therefore, one shall make a special page. In page number 1, it should be mentioned that in this discipline of Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology, the unified format reach is going to be initiated as Sthapatya Miring Rod. From Sthapatya Miring Rod, we will be reaching at the creator's space hypercube 4 as its representative regular body as enveloped within the solid boundary of 8 components. Now, from here, the transcendence at the origin is going to be a reach at the creative boundary of 10 components. It is here when we will be having, say, when we start with Q, representative regular body of 3 space, its seat is a 4 space. Now this 4 space in the role of origin of a 3 space is having a visfort, having an explosion, and it is this catasphore, it is this explosion, it is this visfort which as such is going to be the first phenomenon, the first chase step, the first initiation point for the sadhakas, for the unified mathematical mind of Ganita Sutras of the students of Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology. It is going to be the first phenomenon, and this phenomenon is going to be a visfort here, explosion here, catasphere here, and this cube is splitting into 8 subcubes. This split into 8 subcubes, a visfort, a formulation which is of TC value 29, which is parallel to the value of Brahma. Therefore, this format with these values is going to be the first entry of our formats values compendium. The first entry of our formats values compendium is going to be the format of 4 space with transcendental origin, which permits a transcendence at the origin, and there happens to be transition and transformation from the solid boundary of 8 components to the creative boundary of 10 components. And it is this creative boundary upon the transcendental domain of 10 components, it is which will be making us a 10 place value system. It is 10 place value system which will be giving us the processing steps, and it will be making us parallel to the Vedic mathematics or pure values of Vedic mathematics. The processing steps of Vedic mathematics will be available. It is this availability, it is this reach, it is this availability, and it is this reach which is in fact being aspired for, being desired, for which this whole exposure is going to be made. So the students of Vedic mathematics, when are initiated for Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology discipline, then in their mathematical mind, they are being exposed to the phenomenon of a catasphore, phenomenon of explosion, the phenomenon of this visfort as a phenomenon of the center of the cube of our Triloki. Then this dual status of this center of the cube, firstly as an element of a 3 space body, 3 space content, then simultaneously being the seat of a 4 space, and as a phenomenon, as a transcendental meditation. So our prayer of Vedic mathematics in terms of the recitation of the Ganita Sutras and our transcendental meditation of the reaching at the values of the sutras as complete scriptures. At this mathematical mind, when we will be entering the Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology, it will amount to that we would be parallel to, and we would be in a position, and we would be in such a state that explosion, this transition from 3 space to 4 space, the transition at the center of Triloki, reaching within creators of space, and step ahead, we will be ready for going ahead from the transcendental domain to self-referral domain. In this way, during this exposure of reach from Vedic mathematics to Vedic mathematics, science and technology, simultaneously we will be enriching our format values compendium. This enrichment is going to be a regular process. It is going to be sequential of the form. Once we will be having this process, then we will be reaching at that the Vedas, Vedangas, Vedanta. Now Vedanta is the end reach. End reach of Vedas is Upanishads, Brahma Sutra and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the end scripture, end fruit value scripture. This end reach value scriptures organization leads us to the study zone. The study zone of the text of Srimad Bhagavad Gita will help us to reach at this with the help of Sthapatya Measuring Rod. It's both orientations reach at the origin of a sixth space. It is this origin of the Sthapatya Measuring Rod's lost body, hypercube 6 itself. Now the origin of hypercube 6 is a seat of seventh space. Now this organization will ultimately help us reach at the present day periodic table and how far it is deficient and how it can be complemented, supplemented, augmented as 120-year cycles of the Vedic systems and Vedic technology. Therefore, from here we will be reaching at the organizations of our Vedic knowledge with its full enlightenment. Now, at that Vedanta Trayi and ultimately at the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It is here where then in a Vishnu Lok we will be having Divya Ganga Parvaha. It is this Divya Ganga Parvaha flow from the core of the sun at the center of sixth space. Now at the pole star. It is this transcendental flow which will be ultimately fulfilling our Sanatana base and our Pushpika. Therefore, when we'll have this particular format, then we'll be having the organization of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and of the Samved. Therefore, now when we are transiting and transforming and when we are getting initiating in the initiation stage, when we are initiating ourselves and when we are initiating for transition from Vedic mathematics to Vedic mathematics, science and technology, then let us sit comfortably and permit our transcending mind to carry the transcendental values along the format, along the unified format, along which will be manifesting pure values for all the needed applied values. It is this manifestation of the pure values for applied values of our solar universe, then it will provide us the required, requisite, needed enlightenment. It is for this enlightenment as to how this solar universe and the existence phenomenon within this solar universe, including within the human frame. So how the life, how the existence phenomenon manifests within the solar universe and how this manifestation ultimately permits transcendence and how there is a rejuvenation, how there is a creation and how there are cycles of creations, how the birth, death and rebirth, seed, tree and second generation seed, all these phenomena are happening. How these phenomena are going to be chased by Vedic mathematics, science and technology. We have to chase this existence phenomenon along the unified format of Vedic mathematics, science and technology. Therefore, we are ultimately reaching at from the Vedic knowledge, from the pure Vedas to Upavedas. So, from pure values to applied values is going to be the reach. And of the Sthapatya Ved, the basic format is of a Sthapatya Ved, is of a Sthapatya Measuring Rod. And the scripture of Sthapatya Measuring Rod is Mansara. This Mansara going to be that way the initiation stage for the applied values. And Man means Maya and Sara means the essence. So essence of everything are going to be the mayas, and these mayas are nothing but the transcendental domain. We know that Lord Brahma is the overlord of the maya of Sthapatya Mayering rod, and Lord Vishnu is the presiding deity of the Sthapatya Mayering rod. So 6 space presiding deity and 4 space presiding deity are interconnected, interrelated, and becoming an integrated phenomenon as of 6 space domain with 4 space as a dimension. So 4 space as a maya, 4 space as a maya. So 4 space as a maya. This is to be the concluding message of the present lesson, that students of Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology, when are getting oneself ready for initiation and exposure to the discipline of Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology, shall start preparing their own formats values compendium. And this formats values compendium, the catchword, the catchphrase, the initiation phrase is going to be that 4 space is going to be in the role of a dimension. So the creators of space, 4 space, presided by Lord Brahma, and who is also the presiding deity of the Maya, the Sthapatya Mayering rod, or the integrated source of formulation. So the source concept, the first concept of Vedic Mathematics, Science and Technology, which shall be specifically mentioned and which shall be specifically expressed in our formats values compendium, is creators of space, Lord Brahma, hypercube 4 space as dimension of 6 space. Lord Brahma, the presiding deity of the Maya of the Sthapatya Mayering rod. Sthapatya Mayering rod being presided by Lord Vishnu, and Sthapatya Mayering rod is the basic initiation point for reach at the unified format for whole range of values of mathematics, sciences and technology. Vedic mathematics in its all disciplines, Vedic sciences and Vedic technologies all get unified as a compendium of values along a unified format, and it is this format which makes the format of Vedic mathematics, science and technology, and for it the initiation is in terms of Sthapatya Mayering rod, and it takes us to creators of space presided by Lord Brahma, and Lord Brahma meditates and multiplies itself as 10 Brahma. So the sadhakas of Vedic mathematics, sadhakas of the Vedic mathematics, science and technology have to regularly meditate the way Lord Brahma meditates. So the prayer of Vedic mathematics is to recite the text of Grita Sutras and to chase the values and make a mathematical mind. And after that, the meditation is to be the way Lord Brahma meditates, and there is to be transition from creators of space to the transcendental domain. We will be continuing from this point onwards. Thank you very much.